Hey, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all with another episode. Saints fall to the Rams, 34-10, bro. Um, quick thoughts before I get into the stats, man. I really don't know about Kellen Moore, bro. Like, I'm trying to be patient with the guy under the circumstances, under the talent of the roster, but it's just certain things when it comes to coaching, you could be still criticized outside of that. Like, I don't feel like these guys will run through a wall for him. I don't feel like he's a leader of men. I don't know if uh Adam from Saints Block Party, he pointed out that a lot of the time Kellen Moore was just on the sideline looking in the call street, not engaging with none of the staff, not engaging with none of the players. I don't really like that. You're gonna have to engage with people. You're gonna have to let them know what you're liking, what you're not liking, hype them up when they make a play, when they don't make a play, hold them accountable, like things of that nature. Be discussing things with your offensive coordinator, discuss things with the quarterback, be locked in, be aligned with people, talk to the defensive coordinator, what you want him to adjust. Like it's just things like that. And I just don't know if this guy cut out for the job. Save me the Dan Campbell talks and talking points when he was the first in his first year, what the record was, and then after the draft, what they became. I still feel like within that first year, those guys will still run through the wall for him. That's the difference. Even Sean Payton, he had those 79 seasons. I ain't gonna lie, I'll admit it. During them 79 seasons, I was at a point in time where I wanted Sean Payton fired. But at the end of the day, I did know he was a head coach that could get the most out of his players and can have guys rally behind him, whether you seen the vision or you didn't. But he was a leader of men. It was just some down years. And you're going to have down years no matter what head coach you are, unless you're Mike Tomlin. But other than that, I don't know if this guy is the answer. It's safe to say after one game, I don't think Rattler was the problem. He played well. Those two games where he didn't play well is magnified because you already lost so many games beforehand. Not Taylor Shuck, he's getting the Rattler experience. He's seeing like these guys not making plays for me. They take me out on fourth down after I then drove the ball upfield. Alvin Kamara, he makes the fumble. These guys are just not helping him. Bryce Young, he beat the Packers. Only threw for 102 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. 11 for 20, and they beat the Packers. And the Packers are a good team. The thing is, he got a running game. The thing is, the coach going to stick to the running game. The thing is, they got a pretty solid defense. We don't have nothing. The only good thing about the defense right now is Chase Young kind of balling. But that's the best trade bait right there to me. Cesar Ruiz, I don't really think you're going to just get a lot for him, but it's a lot of teams that need offensive line help. I don't even know if the trade deadline over yet. Let me see. When is the trade deadline? Tuesday, November 4th. So we got till Tuesday, man. I think they need to really make a change, bro. See what we could get, bro. Alvin Kamara, he's getting closer to getting these pina coladas. And it seemed like with the fan base, it's up and down with Alvin Kamara. He'll make some type of statement and everybody be like, oh, see, that's what I like about Alvin Kamara. He's a team first guy. He's a Saints for life. But then you just go look at the play and he's not making plays. And it's like people getting upset. Like, how many times we could just blame the offensive line? How many times we could blame the coaching staff? If you're not making plays, you're not making plays. If you phoning it in, you phoning it in. You're not catching the ball. You're not blocking well. You're not holding the ball. You fumbling. Like Devin Neal, you just see an instant change of pace. Now, I do think that Alvin Kamara, he is getting up in age, and he never really was the type of player that just had that, speed and shiftiness. Well, he had shiftiness with him, but he just wasn't the fastest guy. But he still made plays by just eluding tackles and just being so well balanced. But you barely even see that anymore. And we don't really get him out in space. We don't get Taysom out in space. I do think Taysom still got it. I don't think he's just washed. We seen that long run he had today. I just think it's the blocking and it's the play calling and execution. We don't get nobody in outside space. We don't use players at their strengths. Let me go ahead and get into these stats, man. Tyler Shough, 15 for 24, 176 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Did he play well given the circumstances? This is his first start going into a hostile environment up in SoFi Stadium. You got one of the best defenses you're going against. Rams, they young, they fast. And that's another thing, man. If we had the Rams defensive coordinator and we had Sean McVay as the head coach on this team with this exact same circumstances, exact same roster, we would not be 1-8. We would not be 1-8. We'll be around 500. I just honestly believe that, dog. I just don't like this staff. I never was high on Staley. Kellen Moore, I never was high on his personality, but I said, man, but if he could get the most out quarterbacks and he could be a good, innovative play caller, I'm going to give him a chance. But that personality, dog, I don't like that, dog. I don't like that. To me, with the personality, you got to be a rah-rah guy like Dan Campbell, or you got to, if you quiet, you better be one of them guys who quiet, but at the same time, you're not about to put up with no bullshit and you're going to hold people accountable. And you're going to be still calling good plays. You got to be like I don't mind a Tony Dungy. I don't mind a Bill Belichick. But you got to be real good at what you're doing. I ain't got to just have the personality and the pettiness like Sean Payton, but you got to execute. And that's the biggest thing with Kellen Moore when it comes to him, in my opinion. You got Taysom Hill. He ran the ball 4 times for 30 yards, averaged 7.5 yards a carry. That was mainly due to that one big breakaway he had. Get this. Alvin Kamara ran the ball 6 times with only 14 yards. I just don't know what it is with Kamara. Like, I don't know if he just want to play here just for the sake of we the guys that drafted him, and he just feel like he'll be abandoning us if he get to go to another team like Cam Jordan or something. But man, just go ahead on and go to another team and go get you a ring, or at least have a chance. Let us get something from you. Somebody will take you. Somebody can maximize what he can do. I'm pretty sure it's a team out there who can use a hand at running back right now, who's in playoff contention, that Alvin Kamara could damn sure help out in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. Because this is just sad. And this has been like this for years. No matter the head coach, no matter the offensive coordinator, Alvin Kamara been looking the same. His last good game was probably against Dallas, week 2 last year. Devin Neal, 3 carries for 11 yards. We just don't run the ball. We abandon the ball. We abandon the run so fast, and that's Kellen Moore's whole MO. That's his whole MO. Rashid Shaheed, 5 catches for 68 yards. Chris Olave, 3 catches for 57 yards. Chris Olave still hasn't had a 100-yard touchdown game with, at least a good 6-7 receptions. It's just not a number one runner, number one wide receiver to me, bro. Like, if you're a number one wide receiver, no matter who come in at that quarterback, you're gonna be able to still get your stats. You're gonna be able to still show that you was producing. That's just me. But also the coach got to put you in favorable positions to do so. Juwan Johnson, 3 catches for 31 yards. He had that 1 touchdown. It's just not enough, man. Brandon Cooks, 2 catches for 16 yards. It's just not enough, man. Like, none of this going to cut it. We don't have no playmakers. Not one at all. Justin Reed, he probably played his best game of the day. He had a field goal attempt that he almost blocked. That damn near changed the game, because that, had us within. It got us the ball back, and we went downfield and then tied. Well, we scored again before the half. So, he had a pretty solid day. Sanker, he didn't have his best game, but I'm still willing to give him a chance. Other than that, man, the whole defense was just getting outclassed out there, just getting outperformed out there. Like Devontae Adams had his way with everybody. Puka Nacua had his way with everybody. They lucky he went and got hurt. Other than that, he would have definitely eclipsed 100 yards on him. It just wasn't a good day for the defense at all. It just wasn't, bro. Kyron Williams was eating their lunch all day. Even that other second running back that they had was eating their lunch all day. It was just bad. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 281 yards, 24-32. MVP candidate, in my opinion, bro. One of the best quarterbacks in the league. He still is an elite quarterback in this league that just don't get his just due for whatever reason. I don't know if people just love the young quarterbacks that could scramble and make plays with their feet, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, these guys, but this guy needs more credit. Kyron Williams, 114 yards, average 4.6 a carry, 1 touchdown, 25 carries. Corum, 13 carries for 58 yards, average 4.5. Puka Nacua, 7 catches for 95 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Adams, 5 catches for 60 yards, average 12 yards, 2 touchdowns. And you name it, a tight end made a play. They had 4 tight ends out there making plays. Ferguson, Allen, Higbee. You name them, they made a play on us. I could see the Rams making a deep playoff push this year. I could see them. They got everything you need. They got multiple running backs. They got multiple tight ends. They got a good 1-2 punch when it comes to the wide receiver. Matthew Stafford, he's looking as good as ever. The defense is young. They fast. I could see a good playoff push by them. And I know we don't like them because the no call, but you got to give credit when credit due. They did a lot of good drafting. They did a lot of good trades, and they got themselves a really good organization right now. But other than that, when it comes to the Saints, bro, stuff was just happening and I ain't even get mad. It wasn't even no emotion out of me. Tyler Shough threw that pick. I ain't even get mad. Now, that was a desperation pick. You just had to go ahead on and throw it. It was 4th down anyway. At worst, you could hope your wide receiver make a play or at least get a penalty. You don't take the sack right there on 4th down. You got to get the ball out. And it just so happened the defense made a play. So it is what it is, man. At this point, neither quarterback ain't gonna make a difference. I think it's the head coach. I think it's the lack of talent. I think it's the front office not drafting well. We just got to go back to the drawing board this offseason, bro. Would Tyler Shough be the man going forward? I don't know, man. He's 26, man. And that's the problem. He's like a little bit older than Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence been in the league 5 years already. And Trevor Lawrence still trying to figure it out. And Trevor Lawrence probably ain't even hit his peak. Baker Mayfield is at his peak right now because he got time to figure it out. And that's the problem with Shough. When you get drafted that late, by the time you hit your peak, it's going to be too close to you being of a certain age. And not to mention, you're on a bad team, so you're going to develop bad habits that's going to not make you develop as well as you want to, as quickly as you want to. And that's the problem. So now we're going to have to go to the drawing board again with a quarterback, probably. But we'll see. It's a lot of football left to be played when it comes to evaluation. We got the Panthers next. That's going to be a pretty good game. I think Bryce Young, I think we could pretty much handle Bryce Young. I don't think there's nothing to be feared about him, but it's the running game and it's the defense. I think the defense can cause Shough some turnovers. I think the running game with Hooper, what's he doing? What's that dude named? Chuba Hubbard? Yeah. And they got that other running back. Let me see. The Panthers running backs. Hubert Chubbard. I don't know why I keep getting that name. It sounds like it's supposed to be Chuba Hubbard. But they got 2 good running backs over there. Okay, it's Chuba Hubbard and it's Rico Dowd. Those 2 guys are good. So I think we're going to have a hard time stopping both of them. when it comes to Demario Davis, I don't think he really got it no more. I just think all our veterans, they passed they prime, bro, and they washed up. All of them, you know. I think the only guy who could still kind of make plays if you just use him right in the right situation is Taysom Hill. I still think we got something there with Taysom Hill. Like, you know, when the offense just need a spark, we in the red zone, third down and short. Him being on the field, just his presence alone, I think it make a difference. But other than that, everybody else, it just let the young guys play. Other than that, man, just a terrible loss. Pelicans lost today too. If you're a Louisiana sports fan, bro, I mean, the only thing you got to look forward to is maybe what, Tulane, LSU women's basketball. Like, it's just nothing going right for us right now. But I'm gonna just go ahead on and get back with y'all for the Panthers preview. We're gonna talk about what we could do to try to win that game. Other than that, we got to just keep our head up and hang in there. We all knew this was gonna be a bad year, but we didn't think it'd be this bad, you know. But hopefully we get that number one pick and we could try to make some shake with it. I think it should be a trade down year. Get as much capital as you can, and let's just start a full-fledged rebuild and just take the Band-Aid off. But until next time, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. If y'all like the video, go ahead on and like. If y'all not subscribed, go ahead on and do so. Till next time, who dat?